time over here now.
News as it happens.
Let me tell you something.
When you need to know.
Need to know now.
People want to know.
People want to know. People want to know.
What is going on in the world today?
Tampa Bay's 24-hour news source.
When you need to know.
Need to know. News Talk 1040 Tampa Bay.
From everywhere USA, it's Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
Oh, hot damn, back in action for hour number 3 on Fox Across America. As you know, we usually book our guests halfway through the hour, but every once in a while, there's a guest who just barrels into the studio and just that she puts herself on. There's no other way to describe this. This is Smash and Grab Radio. Joining us now in a ski mask, the host of the Kennedy Saves the World podcast. For some reason, she has a bunch of diamonds in her left hand. Kennedy's here from the Diamond District. Hey, girl. Imagine.
Hey, Jim.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I just got off the air. I was on the Big Money Show on Fox Business for 2 hours.
What? With Brian Brenberg?
Ryan Brenberg, Jackie DeAngelis, Taylor Riggs, Larry Kudlow was there.
Was Kudlow there?
Kudlow was there.
I love Kudlow.
I think he was throwing down the knowledge.
Kudlow is an oracle.
He's
of
the
knowledge.
wizard of wisdom.
He has been in TV since it was radio. Mm-hmm. Okay, he is a guy that knows everything. When I talk to him on the floor, you always do feel like you're in the presence of someone who's seen some stuff. Mm-hmm. Some stuff. Is that a nice way to say it?
Absolutely right.
And was he bullish or bearish about America today?
He's very bullish about the Trump administration. He did a good job of explaining the tariffs.
Oh.
And he's changing hearts and minds. Mm-hmm. And with the Trump accounts for newborns, he's saying that it is such a net positive for society that the administration should do a better job of getting the message out there, what these actually mean for people's long-term wealth creation.
I agree with that. We're talking to Kennedy really quick. I want to make a point since you brought that up. Scott Bessent just said that they're running a Super Bowl ad about the Trump wealth accounts.
Smart.
That's going to air right after the national anthem.
As long as I don't have to pay for it.
It's going to air right after the national anthem. They expect tens of millions of signups. Knowing what we know about the Super Bowl and gambling, this Trump account should be run in the fourth quarter when people have lost money and they need to start thinking proactively about their financial future. Why is this there before the freaking coin toss?
My newborn better save me.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like the positioning is off, but it's probably a maximum ad buy in terms of what it costs to be there right after the anthem.
So who do you like in the game?
So here it is, man. Okay. Everyone I know is betting Seattle because they have got the best defense.
Their defense is incredible.
Really good.
As a San Francisco 49ers fan, I can tell you. I hate their defense.
Do you remember Rodney Dangerfield in Back to School? Now, these guys were tough. After they sacked the quarterback, they went after his family.
That's true.
So the Seahawks have been known to sack the quarterback and his family.
Yeah, those poor Purdies.
Okay, the Patriots, they've got the Patriot thing going on. Nobody in their right mind roots for the Patriots. We've seen them win enough, and even though it's not Belichick and Brady, and Drake May is a doll. He's a lot like Mendoza, who just won the Heisman and the Natty at Indiana.
Yes, so Taylor Riggs was comparing him to Tom Brady. I think that you're absolutely right. I think he's like the pro version of Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah, who's going to give you the Jesus speech post game and everything. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm saying he's more of a sweet kid than a killer. Mm-hmm. Like Tom Brady was a killer. You dig? People think Aaron Hernandez whacked I'm kidding. Stop it. People think it's going to blow the lid off this right now. I'm kidding. But that being said, knowing everyone I know is betting the Seahawks. I will take the Patriots and the points and just cross my finger. The old adage in gambling is the house always wins. Mm-hmm. So for the house,
what about Drake May's injured shoulder, which I think they've been trying to downplay?
I don't know what to make of that because I think sometimes when you get to this level of altitude,
they lie about injuries.
This is what they do. They create this ambivalent discussion, which is like, well, are they faking it? What would be the motivation?
I think Sam Darnold was faking the oblique injury.
I think so too.
To make those final teams overconfident.
Here's the thing, okay? You can't hide it once the game starts. That's why I don't think they lie. You know what I'm saying? About being fine if they're hurt, because you're not going to be able to hide that.
Yeah.
But I do think they lie about being hurt if they're fine.
Yes.
Make sense?
Absolutely right.
This is why you listen to the show. Everybody, you're all going to all these stupid podcasters for your gambling analysis. We're people that might be turning tricks if our bets don't win. You need to talk to us. I mean, to be clear, one of us is going to be turning tricks even if they do win. It's just the love of the game. You know what I mean?
If I knew it was going to be that kind of party, I would have stuck my carrot stick in the mashed potatoes.
You still got it, man. Yep. So I think to the point of the game, I think I'm taking New England plus the points.
Mm-hmm. What's the spread right now?
4.5. Some people see it at 4. I think it's a solid bet. I think if you watch the FC Championship game, they were playing Denver with a backup in the snow. Nobody looks good in that scenario on the road. You just got to win that game. And I think a lot of times conference championship games are misleading. Let me give you an example. Okay. The Ravens played a conference championship game that was like a 6-point game. They went up against the Giants, who blew out the Vikings 40-3. The Ravens are still scoring in that game. They beat the Giants like 36-0 or something stupid. But if you look the other way, let me give you another example. The Giants beat the 49ers in the greatest NFC championship game of all time, 15-13 in Candlestick. Oof. That same year, the Buffalo Bills beat the Raiders 51-3. Mm-hmm. The Giants beat the Buffalo Bills. Mm-hmm. Championship games are very misleading. And the one thing about Sam Darnold is he played good last week, but he's still Sam Darnold to me. You know,
yeah, exactly.
He wins,
he's a Trojan.
He's a USC
He's got an incomplete
Trojan.
education.
Come on, I want to hear it.
They don't let you into the school unless you're already concussed.
Yeah, diversity's our strength as long as those Jews don't come onto the campus. What happened to the colleges, man?
Sam Darnold.
Sam, I don't want to hear it, Sam, you beard. So listen. For my money, I would just take the Patriots because I think there are less unknowns on their side of the ball.
I met Robert Kraft this year, and he's a big Fox fan. Oh. And I feel like he and I are friends now. Yeah, and, before I didn't like the Patriots at all, but now I'm like, he's like my best friend. So.
I was at Fanatics. I saw him and Gronk. I did not talk to them. Okay. When I'm an old man and you make up stuff. So me, Crafty, and Gronk are hanging out. They want to stay out. I want to go home. But, Gronk, he gets. But anyway, I didn't talk to him at all. But they did walk into a backstage area at Fanatics with a caliber of woman it was concerning to me. I don't mean hookers. I mean just really good looking. Like, you need to hold up. If you're going to win 6 Super Bowls, okay, you need that level of ambition. You need to aspire to that, and that's the problem.
I don't think Gronk has a difficult time.
No, as a big guy like that, because people have
big guy, soft hands.
Yeah, and people have an affinity for special needs people. I mean, they want to bring him home and kind of baby him.
Yeah, I love that he's part of the Fox broadcast crew now.
He's great.
He makes Howie look so smart.
We're talking to Kennedy about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl politics. There's a lot going on right now. I'll give you one I thought was interesting. So I played a clip earlier. A fellow by the name of Ami Horowitz. He was interviewing white liberals about voter ID.
I love this guy.
It is the funniest thing in the world.
I love this guy.
They're like, they don't know how to use the internet.
Yeah, they
don't have phones. They can't afford data plans.
They don't know where the DMV is. They can't get driver's licenses. Don't you understand? Like, these white liberals in Berkeley are just abhorrent. They're the worst people in the country by a long shot.
And you know who they are, okay? They're people who don't have actual black friends. So it's performative allyship.
Yeah, they invent this myth.
Yeah.
Like, they see human nature so dimly. They're like, I have to help everybody. Yeah. Especially them.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen is when Kathy Hochul said, computer, that's a word black kids don't even know. Meaning they don't know computers. This is like a year ago. Someone posted a reaction video to that on Instagram where the guy had a leaf over his nuts and he was just like hopping around and he started like hitting himself with the computer because he didn't know what it did. It was really funny. But that's a reaction to, like, there's this infantilization of minority communities that's happening on the left. It's like when you look at Minneapolis, okay, it's only white people protesting. There's nobody else out there because most people, okay, migrated here legally and don't necessarily want illegal immigration. Well, certainly don't want socialism because that's what they fled. But a lot of white people who think they know better go, we should vote for Mamdani because these poor people in the Bronx need some socialism. That's what goes on. And now we got people dead on sidewalks. And Mamdani, forgive me, I said this yesterday, there's so much trash on the street, our rats are on Ozempic. That's bad. That's how you know you're a bad mayor. When the rats are taking the jab. Yeah. They can't even get me to take it. And believe me, they have tried. Give me this else. Something we need to discuss. We're going out.
But Mamdani, like, minimalizing the people, and I don't believe that it's only 16 people who have died during the storm. I think the number I read, at one point they said it was 14, and there's someone who had a source inside City Hall. It's like, it's 21, like 20 people. And this was a week ago. Like, 21 people have frozen to death. And it's awful.
Yes.
But that's what happens when you don't force people off of the street. When you use your force to punish white rich neighborhoods because you think that's somehow going to level the playing field.
It's so crazy. And it's like, it's weird because they've gotten this carve out on their side for like acceptable forms of like racism. Because it is racist to just be like, screw the white people.
Yeah.
You can't really say that. But I bring up race because something you had announced during the commercial break is when you get your Malibu house rebuilt, you're giving it back to a Native American tribe because it's on ancestral land. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it turns out I just found out that my dad was Native American.
Oh, so you can keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it's a newish development. Like, we're still waiting for the final paperwork, but, it's like 85%. So I feel good about that. And so, because I'm a giving person, and, I look out for my tribe, I'm just going to go ahead and take Billie Eilish's house as well.
That's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And thank you. Thank you for your service.
Kamala Harris's house. She just bought a new house in Malibu, so I'm going to create a nice portfolio for my dad and his people.
Kennedy wrote about this at the Daily Mail about the Grammys. It's really funny. I wrote an op-ed for FoxNews.com. It's online right now. Check out Kennedy at the Daily Mail. Then go read mine at FoxNews.com. I was just writing about how I hope, because she is getting mocked.
Yeah.
I hope, they say if it saves one person, I hope one person we both know is profoundly talented sees this and just doesn't do this next time. Because you don't need to do it.
Yeah.
Like the flair of it. I was saying this earlier. Like there's so much flair now. The Free Palestine ribbon, the ice pin, the Stand With Ukraine button. I think every woman walking the red carpet looks like a waitress at Fridays. You know what I mean? It looks like Office Space.
Yeah,
like, where's the
there's flair.
Yeah, they have flair. It's straight up. And it's like, you don't have to do this. Because what I keep coming back to is like, if you're winning a Grammy for specifically music, you know this, covering music as long as you have, okay? Music is so powerful in terms of how it affects people's lives, how it transports them away from bad times and good times. The idea that you're going to take that one moment dedicated to celebrating your gift and just go, actually, there's a bunch of really rich, angry people over here in Hollywood who you don't have a care in the world. I'm going to make this for them.
Yeah.
Awful.
Well, and she doesn't make the tenor any better in places like Minneapolis and Portland.
Nope.
She's not affecting any public policy.
Nope.
And all she's doing in the mockery is taking away from the fact that she is incredibly talented. She's a beautiful singer. She and her brother are great songwriters. They've got truckloads of Grammys to show for the fact that they are so prolific and talented. And this completely takes away from it.
Yeah.
So now all she's known as is a fool.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because, when she came out and sang, What Am I Made For, that was on the Barbie soundtrack a few years ago at the Academy Awards, I was like crying. I had chills. It was so beautiful as a mother of daughters. And instead of being remembered for moments like that, she's remembered for her silly, infantile, uneducated little phrase that is so illogical and so meaningless. Like, known as illegal on stolen land. And it's like, then everyone's like, all right, I'm going to call you on it. Give your land back. Go ahead and give it back. The Tongva tribe's like, we would love it. Malibu Mansion. We could monetize that.
We're talking to Kennedy, but it's true because
Indie influencers. Like, wait till you see what we got.
It was so funny, too. Is like when you really boil this down in the most reductive way, if you're saying we're on stolen land and that's it, it's actually the most arrogant thing you can do to that community. Because you're just saying like, haha, this is free. You're not actually saying like anything.
No.
Then we took it.
Yeah.
Anyway, better luck
not
next
giving
time.
it back.
Better luck next time. Yeah. Hey, that's a nice reservation you got over there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. That's what they're really doing.
Yeah.
Oh, what a bunch of, I can't say it. Listen, we've got a lot to look forward to. We're going out for a steak dinner soon. We're not going to name the location because a lot of weirdos come watch us eat and buy us too much port wine. That's the last time we went out to dinner.
Yeah, we were doing shots of port wine with poor Brenberg. And he took off his cowboy boot and just started pouring the port wine in. So he didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings.
Dude, we were
Joel, he's like, what am I supposed to do with this? And Joel's like, another round. And I'm like, hell.
We were drinking like pirates.
Yeah.
That's who drinks port wine in those quantities. Yes. And that's why we're not allowed to go out to dinner in like Midtown Manhattan because we'll meet a Fox fan that's like, because no one's buying you one drink. They're buying you 83 drinks. If someone says, can I buy you a drink? You're now on a date. whether you think so or not.
Yeah.
And you're having 83.
No, you are now obligated to listen to their pitch.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. So we're going to play some defense. We're eating at an undisclosed Long Island location soon, where we're just going to buy our own port wine like adults. Okay.
I'm going to sneak it in.
Yeah, thank you. No,
Pretend it's Robitussin.
we're not above that either. Happy Super Bowl.
Thanks, Jim.
Who's your pick before I let you go?
I can't in good conscience root for the Seahawks. So
You just can't.
No. And Emily Campagno is coming over, and she's like, as long as no one there is rooting for the Patriots. And I was like,
Oh. Yeah, because she will cut somebody. She will. I would say 73 of
She's going to break that bottle of Percy wine.
I don't think
Shift me with it.
the Percy wine.
Yes.
If the Perino wine comes out, there's a real problem.
Yeah.
That's the old adage: if you're at a party and you smell weed, you're like, "Oh, it's a party." But if you smell crack, you're like, "We got to get out of here." When they're down to the Perino wine, because that wine's not supposed to be drank. It's dedicated to her dog.
It's there on a shelf.
Yeah. I told her this once. I was in a place like post-holiday where I wound up drinking the Percy wine on her. I felt bad. I didn't want to cop to it, but I still have it displayed. So
No, Dana is very proud of the fact that it is a wonderful, full-bodied, drinkable wine.
Yes,
like
of
it's
course.
very good wine, and I'm like, but it's Percy.
It's
like,
the dog.
I can't.
Yeah, we're going to smoke the ashes next. What are we doing here? This is why we can't have nice stuff. Give it up for Kennedy, everybody.
You're listening to the show that Standard & Poor describes as Standard & Poor.
I would say he's incompetent, but I don't want to do that because that's not nice.
This is Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
You're listening to Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Catch the latest headlines on your way to work, mornings 6 to 9. News, information, and talk. News Talk 1040, WHBO.
You are the best thing on the radio.